Hey YouTube, so I'm coming to you guys to give you an update. We're not quite at 2 weeks yet. I have about 4 more days until I can say that I'm 2 weeks locked. It's just a couple of things that I've encountered within the last week and the last couple of days that I thought I should come and share with you guys about my locks. Um, what you see them looking like now is what they look like majority of the time. I've stated in my last video that I do not have a satin scarf, so I just use my satin bonnet, and the bonnet doesn't really hold them in place like a satin scarf would, because the satin scarf would make them lay down and stay into place, but my satin bonnet is kind of loose, so they just go whatever way they wanted to go and do whatever they want to do, which is fine. I mean, I feel like it is what it is. Like, they could look a lot worse than this, but I'm just going to embrace it each step of the way. The first thing I want to cover is I did change some things in my regimen. In the last video, I talked about how I was going to be using coconut oil mixed with distilled water, and I think I said I was going to be using, or maybe that was just it. It was the coconut oil and distilled water. So the reason I changed that out is because I realized that was drying my scalp out significantly. And even like the locks itself, like the strands of locks itself, it felt just so dry to the touch. It looked so dry. And I think the problem with that was I didn't really measure out the coconut oil. I kind of had just a little chunk of coconut oil and a lot more water, so I figured with me not measuring out and with me having more water in there than oil, it was just like spraying just water on my hair. And of course, if you just spray water or wet your hair, of course it's going to be dried out. You need to add some type of oil or product to get that moisture in there. Not saying that water is bad for your hair, but just water by itself will definitely dry it out. So I'm not going to be doing that mixture anymore. What I switched over to is a product called Hot 6 oil, and within that product it's very light, first of all, which is what my technician, my loctician told me I needed, was a light oil. So the oil is very light, and it has like a combination of 6 different oils in it. I read the ingredients on the back end. Literally, it just listed like so many different oils. I think some were like almond oil, coconut oil, olive oil, like it named so many different ones. It had some type of extracts in it. It had just a lot of stuff in it, and nothing in there really seemed like a strong chemical. There was no alcohol in it, and there was no sulfates and stuff. It was just pretty much just all oil. So I actually switched over and I started using that, and so far my scalp feels a lot more moisturized. And even like in the morning after I take my bonnet off and look in the mirror, my locks have like a shiny look to them, not like greasy, but like it doesn't just look dull and dry. It has like a what do you call it? Just a shine to them, which makes it look really good to me. Another thing I bought and I'm adding to my regimen is sea breeze. So my scalp has been itching like crazy, and I remember that my loctician told me that if it starts to itch, to try sea breeze. So I went and I bought sea breeze at the same time that I bought the Hot 6 oil. And basically what I do is I pour a little bit of the sea breeze onto a like a cotton ball, and I just go in and dab in between each section, and literally after doing that my scalp feels a lot better. And then the sea breeze I bought, well, I'm pretty sure it's with all of them, but the one that I bought is for sensitive skin, and it says on the bottle that you'll feel the tingling like sensation. And I think that's my favorite part about it, because when I feel it tingling, I know that it's working. And it's just the alternative, since you're not supposed to wash your locks within the first couple of weeks. It's kind of just the alternative to get your scalp kind of clean. I'm not sure if it's cleaning it 100%. I highly doubt it, but it is going in there and getting some of the like dirt or sweat or buildup or whatever it is off the scalp, and just giving your scalp a chance to breathe and be cleaner than what it was. So the sea breeze, between the sea breeze and the Hot 6 oil, those are like the main 2 things I've been using on my scalp. I haven't really decided like when I'm actually going to like I don't set dates for when I'm actually going to spray my scalp with the oil or actually going with sea breeze. I just kind of do it as I feel the need to. So I'm probably gonna go in with sea breeze tonight because my scalp is itching. The last time I went in was probably, I want to say, Friday. Actually, it was Thursday. It was more like Thursday. It was last week. Some point in last week I went in with the sea breeze. Another thing I wanted to cover is, because my locks are starting to look really rough and you can't like see I guess like the parting anymore, which isn't a big deal, but there are some times where I'm like, I kind of want that neat look. I like it to look neat and real clean. So I'm going to be wearing my wig a lot more. I haven't really gotten a chance to wear it because I haven't been out the house. Here where I live, we just got a bunch of snow. It's like a huge blizzard. And so I've been in the house, y'all, since sometime last week. Like I can't even remember. That's how long I've been in this house. So I haven't really had the chance to wear my wig because I haven't been going anywhere. So but next week when I go back to work, I will be wearing my wig to give my hair just time to do what it needs to do. Plus I'm always playing in it, you guys. I'm always touching it or like just feeling it and doing all this stuff. And I feel like with me putting my hands in my hair so much, I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'm like stopping it from growing, but I just don't want to keep putting my hands in it and playing in it too much. So I'm hoping with me attempting to wear my wig next week, that gives my hair a break from being touched and played in so much. I'm trying to think what else I was supposed to cover with you guys. It's really like not much has changed. It's just I've switched out some products and added new ones in. What I'm really trying my best to do is I don't want to use too many products because I don't want too much buildup, especially since I don't have plans of going back for my first retwist. I don't have plans of doing that till like the 14th of February, which will make it exactly a month since I locked my hair. Um, I know some people go back every 3 weeks or every 2 weeks or whatever, but she did tell me that the longer I wait to come back, the better. So she said if I can, to push 4 to 5 weeks before I come back and see her. So that's what I'm going to do. I got these installed January 14th, and I don't plan to go back till somewhere around February 14th. So we'll see what happens with that. I just feel like that's a long time, so that's why I don't want to put too many products in my hair or spray my hair too much because I have a long while to go, and if I put too many products, it's going to be too much buildup, and I just feel like that's going to make me have to go see her sooner. So I'm just going to try and hold off on that. I guess now I'm just going to show you guys like kind of like a 360 or like give you guys a close-up view of my hair because I realized I never really did that on camera. I did do a photo slideshow, but I never really let you guys see it like face on. So let me get a little close. So oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So I know how everybody has like a favorite lock or like a couple of locks in their hair that's their favorite, and I do have favorite ones. This one right here is one of my favorites. And there's one back here somewhere. Hold on, let me see if I can find it, you guys. It's always like hard to find, but I know it when I feel it. It's somewhere back here. I had Loc'd on like a couple of weeks ago to make the ones that I like stand out, but I took my Loc'd out because I'm trying to wait really to my 6 month mark to add any jewelry to it. I don't want to do anything that's gonna mess my locks up, so I took the Loc'd out. I can't find it, you guys. I can't find it, but it's somewhere in this section. That those two are my favorite. So this is the front. This is the top. And my parting is very big because I did express to her that I wanted them to be very thick when they fill in. So my parting is huge. Well, not huge, but it's bigger than the average parting of a lock. you guys can see. I know the lighting in here is not the best, but you gotta make do with what you got. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I shared this already in my last video. The locks like way back here, in the back are a lot longer than the ones in the front because of the mini chop I did back in August. So when my locks do grow in, they're gonna grow in kind of like in layers. So it'll be like long, short, and like it'll get shorter as it goes up, which I think is fine. And you can always like I can always trim them later on down the line to make them even. So I'm not really too worried about it. But that's something I don't know if I shared it with you guys yet or not, but that's just something I wanted to share. The last thing I will say about my locks is sometimes I'm tempted to cut or trim, let's say trim, the ends because I do not like the scraggly ends on a lot of my locks. And like, see this one for real, like some of them are okay and not as bad as others, but some it really bothers me, especially is like these ones down at the bottom. Oh my goodness. Like this one for sure. I do not like that, you guys. It really just bothers me. But like when I made my appointment, I asked her to trim my hair, or I said I wanted a trim before she started doing my comb coils, but she told me that she felt as if I didn't need a trim, and I'm no professional, but I'm pretty sure a trim would have took care of some of these ends. But I'm really tempted to trim it myself because I feel like nothing, like what can go wrong. But I think I'm gonna just leave it alone and wait for my first retwist. Maybe when I go get my first retwist, she'll see it and maybe she'll trim it, or I don't know, take care of it. But some of my ends I really don't like, y'all. Like I like for them to look neat, or like at least have a coil or a perfect spiral at the end or something. I don't like, nope, don't like it. But like I said, I'm gonna try not to stress too much about them because they're in the starter stage right now, and who's to say what they'll look like, 6 months from now. So I'm gonna try my best to leave it alone and keep my hands out of my hair and make it to my first retwist. We're almost at 2 weeks, so I have 2 more weeks to go. Let's just say 2.5 more weeks to go until I can go back to her and get a retwist, and I'm so excited about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video because I think I covered just about everything I wanted to cover. If you guys have any comments, questions, or concerns, feel free to leave it in the comment box below. And shout out to all my new subscribers. I did notice that within like the last week, I went from 30 subscribers to like 34. To some people, that's not a big deal, but to me, it is because y'all are really the ones that make me keep going with this YouTube thing and keep uploading videos and stuff. So I just really appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, YouTube.